Okay, so we're going to start section 5.2, solving systems of equations using substitution. So yesterday we learned how to solve systems of equations by plugging it in and by graphing it. This is a third way, which is called substitution. Alright, so I'm going to do monitoring progress 1. The first thing you need to do is make sure that one of your two equations has a variable that's isolated. What I mean by that is that if a y is by itself or an x is by itself. Here, both of the y's are by themselves. So all I'm going to do is take this y, I'm going to plug it in for the y in the first equation. So here's my new equation. Negative 4x equals 3x plus 14. Now I'm going to simplify it. What do? Subtract 3x from both sides. Perfect. Negative 7x equals 14. Now I divide by negative 7. X is going to equal negative 2. Now remember, your solution is going to be a point where it crosses. So I already have my x for this point, which is negative 2. Now I have to find my y. In order to find my y, I take my x and I plug it into my equation. Well, which equation do I plug it into? Whichever one tickles or giggles you. It doesn't matter. So which one tickles or giggles you? The first one or the second one? Second one. That tickles and giggles me too. So y equals negative 4 times negative 2. Y equals 8. And there's your answer. Alright, so I'm going to do monitoring progress 2. Because it has a fraction and the substitution is a little different. I already have my y isolated, this variable, so now I'm going to plug it in for this y. And anytime I plug something in, I'm always going to put parentheses. So 3x plus 2 parentheses equals 0. And in this parentheses, I'm going to put whatever was y, which is 1/2 x minus 1. Now I'm going to simplify. 3x plus, what do I do with this 2? Distribute. Good. So 2 times 1/2 is x. Good. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Good. Simplify. 4x minus 2 equals 0. Add 2. 4x equals 2. Divide by 4. X equals 1/2. Good job. Again, remember it's a point. Okay. Which equation tickles and giggles you? Second one, okay? Sure. And it doesn't matter which one you pick. 1/2 times 1/2 minus 1. Y equals 1/4 minus 1. And 1 as a fraction with a 4 on the bottom is the same as 4 over 4. So 1/2 minus 1 minus 4 over 4, negative 3 over 4. Good job. Okay, so we're going to do monitoring progress 5. This one's a little bit different because there isn't a variable that's already isolated. So here's where your choice comes into play. You decide which equation you want to choose. That's the first step. Then you have to decide which variable for which you want to isolate. So, which equation do you want to pick first? First or second? First. Great. Which variable do you want to isolate? Y. Perfect. So, in order to get y by itself, I'm going to add x to both sides. So that means y equals x minus 4. Great. So now that means that this y is going to be substituted into this y. So now we have 4x minus, remember I said the parentheses, that's important, equals 10. Sorry about the focus. Okay, so what am I going to put in those parentheses? X minus 4. Good. I heard somebody say negative because they realized that you're eventually going to have to distribute this negative. Perfect. So now it's 4x minus x plus 4. Good. Equals 10. 4x minus x is 3x. Subtract 4 on both sides equals 6. X is going to equal 2. Great. 2. All right, let's plug it in. Which one tickles and giggles you? First or second? First. Ooh, someone said second. Let's do the second one just for laughs. So, 4 times 2 minus y equals 10. 8 minus y equals 10. Subtract 8. Negative y equals 2. Y equals negative 2.